What is going on, everybody? It's Ryan with Tundra4x4.club, and today we're going to show you how we wired up this Temco light bar to the Tundra without using the rocker switch. Let's go ahead and get into that right now. If this is your first time here, I would like to say welcome. Thank you for stopping by and taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Pretty much on this page, we're going to talk about Tundras, Tundra upgrades, and just about everything off-road. So if you're into that type of thing, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and also hit that bell icon so you can see every time we post a video. One of the things I will tell you is that I have nothing really against the rocker switch. I mean, if you have a big panel and you have a lot of things set up, I actually think it looks kind of cool. But if you want to stick more to the OEM natural look, and that's what I wanted to do. That's the reason that I went with something that's a different option and not a rocker switch. But I want to let you know I do like the rocker switch, but only if you have it set up properly. Let me throw out this caveat. We're going to go into the engine bay, and I'll let you know right now it is extremely dirty from one of our mud off-roading trips. We will do a video later on how we clean up that engine bay, but just to forewarn you, it's pretty dirty. I tried to warn you. All right, so this is the simplistic mode here. The wiring itself is actually probably the hardest part of this entire install. So, mounting your relay and running your wire, and then of course getting it through your firewall. Now, with the Tundras, and hopefully this comes in okay, the Tundras actually have this little grommet right here. Now, at the bottom of that grommet is a little tiny nipple. And what you can do is get in there. It's pretty tricky. It's a tight squeeze, but get in there and snip that nipple off. What I did is I actually wrapped the wires in some electrical tape in order to get it through that firewall. It was a real tight fit, but if you use something like maybe a little tiny bit of WD-40 to kind of lubricate that area, you should be pretty good. All right, other than the difficulty of running it through the firewall, the most important thing about this video is to show you how I set up the switch inside. So let's take a look at that. All right, so the OEM switches are kind of like a push button style switch. And it's really tough to put a rocker panel switch that is something like this in this type of a setup. One, it's big, it's bulky, and I'm just not really set up for that. This is more, how Toyotas are made, and they have the little push button right there. So what I did is I went online and I found a OEM style push button switch for the light bar. So when the lights are turned on, it's got this little blue LED light at the bottom that says LED light bar. And then when I activate the light bar, boom, they both light up and I can see that it's activated. So this to me is a better way to go and to keep it clean. I have this set up on the left-hand side of my dash, and it's something that if you're installing a light bar, you really should think about going this route versus something that is like this. One, it's really hard to place these. This does not fit in your the OEM spec space here. You would have to do some cutting. So I think this switch here was like $8 off eBay, and I'll try to put the link in the description down below so you can check it out. If you're like me, what I did is I pre-wired everything, the light bar, all the way through the engine bay, through that little grommet we talked about, and installed that switch. But I did not attach any wires to the ignition system. I'm just not that intelligent. So I took it to a local audio shop and had them do it. It was like $30 for the install. Probably a little bit much, but $30, it's worth it versus breaking or frying something inside the unit. But that's going to be it for today's video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll catch you next time on the Backroads.